This is about to be the ultimate I feel nothing triple P video right here. And I found this out via Willie D when he did a video about this earlier. And some of y'all probably saw it and was hoping that I would talk about it. Well, if that was you, your wish is about to be granted. So this guy's name right here that's in the picture, his name is Timothy Wilkes. He was 20 years old and he thought it would be a good idea to do one of those YouTube pranks. We have warned people in the past and told them, especially PC people, to stop going to the hood or to black dominant areas and doing these pranks on black people, thinking that they're going to react a certain way to you, as in they're not going to harm you for whatever reason you're going down there for. We remember it was at a point when there was a certain sector of YouTube who were doing all these pranks. It was a certain time and period a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, I'm talking this was predating Adpocalypse, so it was a while ago when you really think about it, and that was about 4 years ago now. And they would go into these black areas and do these pranks, and it was mainly white people that was going to do it. In my opinion, that was like borderline racism, because like they rarely ever went into the suburbs and did these pranks, but they love to go into the hood or the projects or whatever you want to call it and mess with black people and pull these pranks off, and black people would damn near beat the brakes off them some of the time. But this one right here ended deadly, because this guy right here thought it would be a good idea to go to a black dominant area, or at least around black people, and pull this prank that involved a knife, in which he would pull it on somebody and the person would react. Well, the person who did get the knife pulled on him did react, but guess what? He pulled out something himself. He pulled out a gun and shot this guy to death. And the black guy just said, look, I was just defending myself because this guy pulled out a gun. I'm not a gun, but a knife. And I thought he was going to try to attack me. So naturally, natural instincts, I'm going to pull out my gun and I'm going to shoot. And that's what he did. And now he's dead. Ask me how I feel. Now, let's get into the article. A man was shot and killed in the parking lot of a Nashville business Friday night after a robbery prank for a YouTube channel went wrong, according to police. When officers got to Urban Air in the city's Hermitage neighborhood about 9:20 p.m., they learned Timothy Wilkes, age 20, and a friend approached a group of people, including David Starnes Jr., with butcher knives as a part of the prank. Starnes, age 23, told detectives he was unaware of the prank and shot Wilkes in self-defense. The Metropolitan Nashville Police Department said Saturday in a statement. Starnes had not been charged in connection with the incident, which remains under investigation. Metropolitan Nashville Police could not be reached by phone or email on Saturday to provide additional details, including the status of the friend who was with Wilkes at the time of his death and whether Starnes had a gun permit. So see, that's what he gets. Why would you use butcher knives as a prank? And then they didn't say the butcher knives were fake. They apparently were very real. I would have retaliated the same way if I was in this person's position. And the thing is, like, the guy genuinely did not know that this was a prank. Like, natural instincts would say, this person has a butcher knife, they're trying to attack me. I'm not gonna say, oh, ha ha ha, this is a prank. No need to, no cause for alarm. No, you're gonna react in a natural way, which is pop, pop, and point blank, period. But we told people about doing how these pranks roll in the past, and they continuously do them. So that's on him. He, at the end of the day, has no one to blame but himself. And I didn't know they even still did these pranks. I thought these pranks were pretty much done and over with. I don't know why they still continue to do them. Like, for what? For what reason is that to continue on with these pranks? But I have nothing more to say. There really is nothing more to say. Hopefully this is a warning to all the other PC out there that think that still doing these pranks is something, to be laughed at. And it's not. I mean, didn't he think ever once why they stopped doing these type of pranks? Because a lot of people would get hurt behind them. I mean, I'm talking about the people who did the pranks themselves, and sometimes even the people that had the prank pulled on them. Sometimes stuff would happen to them. I forgot what the name of that PC YouTuber was who would go, and he was notorious for doing those. I think his name was Joey Salads or something like that. I think that's the name that he went by. I don't know if he still does videos or whatever, but he was notorious for doing pranks in the quote unquote hood and everything like that. A PC man who I think was Italian or whatever. And he was notorious for doing those, and you know, they got in his ass and he stopped. Like he figured out that people wasn't playing with him no more, especially after he had got exposed for pulling those fake pranks, because though it turns out those pranks were fake. Like a lot of the black people that he had in this video were not actual black people who were unaware of what was happening. He would hire them to pretend like they were unaware of what was happening. Like, it was a lot of stuff that happened behind that. But let this be a lesson. Stop doing these pranks on black people and thinking that they're not going to retaliate against you. You know, because we on edge right now. We are on edge, and anything is bound to happen. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you text the number that is pinned down below in the comments so you can receive notifications every time I upload a new video.